I'm Uncle Quaid here for the first of two week 3 videos, this one on schemas. And to talk about database schemas, we're going to go over a lot of stuff that we've talked about before and kind of bring it together. So a schema is structured, and the structure of it is described by the schema. And the schema has to touch on all the structures in the database. So there are tables, there are columns, there are data types, primary keys, foreign keys, constraints, indexes. And we've already talked about tables, and we can think of a table as a collection of entity instances where each entity instance is described by a row. And we can think of a column, which is also known as a field or an attribute or a property, as an attribute of an entity. Every piece of data has a type, such as text, number, or date. And we'll discuss, oh no, we've already discussed data types. What am I saying? We'll discuss data types in the next video. We discussed it in the entities video. Primary keys are columns that uniquely specify a row in a table, and that's how we tell one row from another. And it is also why every row in a table is unique. And we will discuss primary keys next week. Foreign keys, which we'll also discuss next week, are data in one table referring to data in another table. So there's got to be a way to specify the row in the other table that we're talking about. And that way is the foreign key. So we'll discuss foreign keys and constraints. And constraints specify rules for columns, such as the value must be unique, or the value cannot be null, or the value must be positive. And the DBMS will raise an error if you first try to enter data that violates a constraint. Indexes, so we use indexes without needing to understand them except for the following. An index applies to a column. An index greatly speeds up searching for a cell in a column. Oops, I'm missing a couple things here. It should also say that although it greatly speeds up searching for a cell in a column, it greatly slows down writing to a cell in a column. So we only want to apply indexes to columns that are going to be read more than they're going to be written. Self-description. So we have said that a database is self-describing and that it means that the schema is a set of tables associated with the rest of the database. So a database has tables that describe things in the real world plus tables that contain metadata, that is, data about the data in the database. Okay, so that's all I have to say about schemas. You're going to use the .schema SQLite 3 command to um, produce the schema, to present the schema of your database. And we'll talk about that more later. Thanks for watching.